think it's super important to be pushing and encouraging these technical programs as well, and having them widely available for our students. Right now in our school district, if students want to take technical programs, they have to go all the way out to Kennewick for the TriTech program. But I would love to see a lot of those programs brought into Richland School District. We have a few. I know that Richland High School offers a couple of options, but it's not even close to what TriTech offers. And if students lack transportation to be able to get to TriTech, then that cuts out that option for them. But if we could bring those technical options to Richland, where these kids could have access, could have transportation through our school buses and things like that, that just makes these options so much more available to these kids. Right now, when we focus so much on college bound, we see a few problems. First of all, we see some kids, if they are not doing well with college bound academics, if they're not doing well in academics in that area, like upper level math and higher level essay writing and things like that, then as soon as they get out of high school, their education stops. And a lot of times their options for career development fall really short to, minimum wage jobs, which sometimes that doesn't provide for a lot of growth for these kids and doesn't prepare them to have high success as adults. But if we can instead offer these programs early on, where they can graduate from high school already with a good amount of technical education and technical experience under their belt, then they come out of high school into the workforce and they already have experience in electrician work or as a plumber or as a hairstylist or whatever. They already have that education under the belt, so that they're that much more ready to go into the workforce, into what they want to do. Another problem that we've seen when our school districts are so focused on college only is that students will graduate from high school and then go in to college, but they won't have necessarily a plan in place for a strong career-aimed college. So then they graduate from a 2-year or a 4-year degree with $50,000, $60,000 of debt, and it's in a program that they can't get a job in around here. If it's, in a really, I had a friend in high school who graduated with a history degree, and it was super tricky for her to get a good job that even paid well for her to be able to pay off all of that college debt that she made. And so alongside with teaching good technical options for the high school, I think it's also important for us to give an individual learning plan for each student through their middle school and high school years, so that they're aimed and geared for when they get out of high school. They know what they're going to do and they know where that path is going to take them, so that they know beforehand, okay, I'm only going to do these college classes and this college degree because it's going to take me where I want to go, instead of graduating from high school and just getting into a program that's not going to help them with lifelong success.
Mm-hmm. So,
as a follow-up question, as it relates to TriTech and the Tri-Cities and our community, typically it's been viewed that TriTech is for, it seems like it's the last option for some students, but I think it's not realized that some of those skilled trade jobs, just like we were talking about, can make $80,000 to $120,000 a year, and I don't think that those type of jobs and the availability of TriTech as a resource in our area is pushed from the school district. I think that it's much more, our education is focused on the academic and the college entrance, a route of a career path. Expand on that a little bit more, if you would.
Yeah, exactly. So just like you said, a lot of those TriTech technical skills, those people can get jobs right out of high school making, like you said, 80 to 100 grand a year, and they don't have $50,000 to $60,000 of college debt. So, I mean, what an amazing opportunity for those young adults to be making money right away, so that they're not going into school debt, they're not going into credit card debt, they're able to purchase a home instead of losing that money on rent over, year after year. There's a lot of amazing opportunities that can bring. The point that you said about these technical programs not being widely recognized or widely pushed to our students, I think it is a real problem that we have. And if I can get on the school board, one of the things that I want to get started in our school district is at least a yearly meeting where students have the opportunity to come to the school and have an exhibit with all of the technical options, where TriTech can come, and Delta High School is another really amazing technical option. At Delta High School, it's kind of a STEAM program. It's more science and technology based. So students that really want to go into computer science or cybersecurity, a lot of those students can go to Delta and get a lot of those skills, and they give high school credit for work experience at Delta too. So those kids as seniors can get internships through P&NL or out at the site and be able to count that as high school credit, which is an amazing resource that a lot of kids don't even know about that also. And I also would love to bring to this little expo for students to come to. I'd love to bring military in. A lot of students don't understand the amazing good that being in the military can bring. The military can pay for schooling and training for a lot of students that don't want to go through the traditional college geared path, and can provide an amazing income. And so if we could have a yearly expo with all of these people coming to present to the students and can show, it just will allow students to be able to see how amazing those options are, and to be able to help them to be able to actually ask those people questions and to know exactly how to get into those programs. I also think WorkSource should be better broadcasted. There's a few WorkSource options in our school district, but it's not really well known. A lot of students don't even know that we have WorkSource options through P&NL and other places like that. But if those different employers could come to that expo as well, how amazing would that be for students to see, oh, look, I can get this internship through Cadleck. Cadleck Hospital has a WorkSource option where students who want to go into the medical field can go and work at Cadleck Hospital and get all of that experience and be able to see if that's a field that they really want to go into. So, but a lot of students don't even know. Like you said, it's not pushed. It's not broadly encouraged or advertised. And I think it's something that we could really improve on if we had at least a yearly expo for students to be able to see those options.